crazy.
Masters
I think
Copenhagen.
they're going
That
full
is such
W
a
mode,
sick feeling that
full
it's gone
get
to
in
map five
FPX's
and such
faces and kill
bonkers
them.
compositions as well.
Outlandish, man.
Just
Word of the
insanity.
day. Just inject a bit of pure pandemonium into it. And I mean, this crowd has been electric. The entire match has been electric. I would not have it any other way.
I don't know if-
Map 5 here in our grand
I don't
finals.
think Neon's that
PRX
bad on
versus
Breeze.
FPX.
I don't know about
Copenhagen,
Breach though.
are you ready for
Turn the
map
volume up.
five?
Sorry, it's probably there. Okay, here we go.
I'm not sure I'm ready, Bren. I'm going to be honest. PRX is starting on the attack side.
PRX is
Like
attack
Des was
first
talking
too.
about, there's no Viper walls whatsoever. How do they cut off sight lines? How are they going to
He's
find
gonna TP to like nuke
Out of
to
the knee.
half wall
I
maybe,
mean, I guess
or is
they're
that going
just
into a
running in.
spawn?
Jing just runs in and he finds the value to teleport. Breaking ankles, taking names, but Shao locks it down.
Wait.
He shuts it down.
They threw their lead.
The half wall kind
It was
of
4v3, now it's
Mindfreak
3v3.
on the lurk here, looking for another one of those
Oh,
big
that's a big
rounds.
lurk.
Mindfreak
Oh.
one opening to get. Hardest taken out, still the fight being
Guys,
taken.
it's
Jing, the confidence,
3v2.
you're so
Guys,
one shot
guys,
will do it
it's
into
3v2.
Van.
Jing, it's
He collects it
3v2.
easily
Benkai,
enough. Bit of spam for the war. Mindfreak set up.
guys,
No stars
guys,
knows where the spike is. Trailblazer broken. and
Guys.
Two-face. FPX so
Boys.
favored, but
we're
ultimately it all came down to
4v2 or
Shao.
4v3, and all of a sudden, guys,
Awesome way to begin
come
this.
on now.
Already
It's the last map of the day.
what PRX are going
Reel
for
it back
there.
in a little bit
They
here.
had a flash, and then as Forsaken Gate crashed in, it was comboed with a fault line from Divide. It is such
They have a lurk.
bizarre
The
way
lurk
of
gets a
playing,
kill,
but it all
and their
got shut
answer
down
is
by
to just
Shao.
peek and
The
die.
recon dart, the spam kill onto Forsaken, a second one that he found. Just
Guys.
And then
Shots to find.
hitting the headshot there as well onto Mindfreak.
Oh man.
Giving him the aim punch. What is that? PRX are not done though. They're going for a force.
They're forcing into this one.
It's gonna be a quick map. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a quickie.
It's all on the line, why not? It's gonna be the Prowler, it's gonna be removing a bit of the threats there. They crash into the back, that's gonna be a teleport and the dart.
They get the site for free though.
Target's really being found. There's still, this is a player lurking, waiting at that main approach, that one choke point angle, but the spike.
Why'd they force?
planted.
I mean,
No
so
difficulties
far it's
there.
been a decent force. Like they literally got the site for free. They got a plant on an eco or on their force. Not terrible. Now it's
Forsaken, in fact,
It's
does
fake.
not get out of
Wait.
there. That's his clone jogging to safety.
okay. Oh, I thought he faked
Benkai
it.
is weak.
Imagine he faked it there and he kills 4 in the back. Oh my god.
The flank timing
4v3.
Mindfreak is down for him to
They
do
have
some
to
damage
know that
one at a
Mindfreak
time.
flanks a
It's Bates for
lot.
his team, but now look at this, running them down with the ghost in play.
Okay.
Doubled up.
They still don't know where Mindfreak
Divine
is as a plan
Mindfreak
for him.
against
It's
the
not.
wall. Sticking this one on the defuse. The damage, it's enough to stop it.
Okay,
but
they
it's
know where the
still
last guy
up to
is.
him, half online, and he has to swing wide. He has to hit the shots, but it's Shao again.
Oh,
And time
so
just enough. They
close.
shut down the force by.
Oh, so close. They got a bomb
Shao
plant
has
though, so
just
they could
been
probably like
so
half buy
clean for
again if they
FPX.
really are crazy with
There
it.
have been other players, obviously, coming up huge for them, time and again. But Shao has always been a rock that they can rely on for these late
Did
game,
Mindfreak suck? I don't think
late
he had
round
another
kind
star
of
there.
moments. Demonic in the clutch.
Alright, they saved this one. There looks like they're...
And that puts PRX
This B exec is actually
back
really
now
hard to
onto
stop,
an
it looks
eco,
like.
just using these sheriffs.
Like, how do you
This is
stop
whether
it?
or not PRX
I guess the way that the other team stopped it was you just play a guy back
They're
here,
doing
and
it
when
in
Yori
true
does the
Apex
cringe
style.
TP in,
Oh,
you just
yes.
kill him.
You could not get a better
I don't
end to
remember
this
which
series.
team
It's the most
FPX
EMEA comp you could
played.
come up with.
Did I
It's
remember the last
most
time
APAC
FPX played this in this
craziness.
tournament? Where this is the one where Angel went 0-14.
Find, honestly, just
or whatever.
the ranked games. PRX are a dangerous
I don't
team
think it was
when they've only
Fnatic.
got the
Guild? It might have been Guild. Leviathan? I don't remember. It's the one where Angel played Yori. There was only one other match. It was Guild? Okay. Then yeah. Here it comes again.
That smoke, however, is going to make artists think there's potential for
The
somebody
flash
already
with the
in
TP.
Crash into the back of the side, but the shot's a whiff.
That's a
Just
wiffle.
missed.
Wiffle ball.
Find the head, and Artis is
Another
still
whiffy. Another
surrounded
whiffy.
by enemies, but with the rifle, he should be good for it. A quick updraft.
Ooh,
Revealed
that's
by the
kinda nice.
dart. And Mindfreak's lurk comes to no fruition.
PRX slowed down?
That
Not
is a fine
really.
game in Flawless as FPX
Are you watching what I'm watching? I mean, they didn't just hold W rush B, but they're doing it a little
The
bit
FPX
more
composition is so good at getting
cautious.
information around the map. So Getsu's setups are going to allow them
Who do you hope wins?
Cameras, tripwires all over the map. And
I
they
still want
have
PRX to
information being
win,
given by
but
Zipan as he throws flashes
I think
deep into different areas.
if PRX have no strats and we're just going to literally just see the same B rush every round, we'll see. We'll see if they have an A play.
Positions they want to play as they head into the most important map they've ever played.
Okay.
On the line.
That's not
That
bad.
is fast. PRX immediately swinging out to window.
Devi has an Odin.
And Sugetsu tried to hold the angle, but just got overwhelmed. Too many bodies for him to deal with.
Instant response though. Looking through mid, Angel just takes up all this space now. He's going to be
Angel's in a really good spot. If they start running, Angel's going to hear them. So Angel hears them right now, I think. Yeah, he does. See, he's looking. So they're going to know it's B. They should be going B. They heard them. Why are they going A? Maybe the sound was wrong? Bad sound? Play for the retake? But you literally saw Angel look towards the wall like he heard him.
Kind of positioning from Shao might allow him to use his Hunter's Fury.
Okay, well, oh well.
Stop some kind of plant, but I think he might just be a fraction too
Angel's
far away.
hearing is backwards. Well, this is a very, very hard retake. He does have 2 cages though.
Against PRX, you're worried they've pushed your spawn.
Yeah, they could have taken so much advanced positioning off of this.
Ooh,
Not a lot given
what a
the
shot.
Forsaken well. Taken away, Zipan. Advantage.
So we're a 4th round right now, and every single round,
They can maybe put this round on the board.
PRX has gone B.
Amazingly,
Ooh,
PRX are actually
looking
playing
at
really
like
passive
EA out
positions
here
on
with
the
this
coast
ADS
flank.
one
Going for
tapping.
the reflank now through tunnel. Sugetsu's got it all to do, and it's just impossible.
Devi locks it down with the Odin spam and around there for PRX.
Angel heard wrong. Yeah, it must have
Think
been.
about how they're playing these
Because you
coast
saw him
flanks.
look to the
Whenever
left
they
like
get
he
a
was hearing
spike
him
down on
run.
B, they're not
But they
pushing,
definitely were
they're
running
not
from
trying
A to
get
B,
aggressive
not
into
B to A.
spawn or hold 3 players on site. They're backing off. They're trying to play for elbow control. And that, I think,
Okay.
indicates a really good understanding of how to play
Been
this map.
456 days since PRX played a 5th map in a BO5.
Yeah, and I think as well goes against
That's over a year if my math is correct.
playing this composition.
I agree.
Yoru in play,
It's a long time.
Jing as well. These guys are known to just take space and be
The Forsaken ult.
relentless with it,
Oh,
but one way to shut that down is Ardis. Operator in his hand, Hunter's Fury to
oh
deny
no, he had to
the gate
TP back
crash.
because he got hit by
Has
the
to
ult.
back away. Forsaken in the corner, he's taken a boatload of damage, but now still wants to try and push his way back.
They're not gonna-
Maybe a timing can be
Oh.
found, and the shot is true. Sugetsu, head ripped clean off.
Mind Freak still in this lurk position. Does Angel check with enough diligence here? Otherwise, Mind Freak might be...
They need to find Mind Freak. They've got to know that this guy is just
Shao
lurking every round.
tracking this gate crash all the way back into spawn.
Oh,
Watching for it, and again the lurk is
another round
found.
to NB, by the way.
It's like a cat with a toy. He's just been
Every round has
pulled away
been
from
B.
the action.
It's the advantage of running it as well. You have to at least dedicate some resources. A player watching the gate crash.
Just break it.
Oh,
Off to the side,
whiff.
Ardis looks to try and make a moment out of it, a bit of magic maybe.
this looks like it's impossible for FPX to retake. It's just so hard.
Operator, never ideal. The timing for
Yeah, like,
Forsaken
what
with
can they
that
do?
swing.
They have an op.
It's too clean. Utility in the hands of his opponents, and Ardis
Nice try.
not even allowed the luxury
What's
of
the
saving that
score?
operator.
I mean, it's 3-2 right now, and it is the 5th map. Winner of this map is the grand champion of VCT Masters. And on one side we have a Neon and a Yoru, and on the other side we have a Cypher. So it's Diffie.
How much do you dedicate of resources?
And a Breach, by the way, with the Neon and the Yoru.
Taking up positioning. Holding in mid.
At least they're having fun.
The site executes when they're coming through as well. Very well combined between Devi and Forsaken. Back when we used to see them play this, I mean, obviously on Bind, you would have...
You don't get value as attacking a Cypher? I think the Cypher's a really good lurker.
It was the same combo. Yoru ult, fault line, allows Forsaken to find...
It looks like they actually have pretty good, like, strats.
And here, Mind
Like,
Freak
that
has
looks
to be
pretty...
so creative
That
in
looks
how
pretty,
he's using
like,
the smokes.
tight.
Ardis already expending that dash.
The stun, the suck, the dart, the air, like the eye, the flash, fake TP.
Just dodging to the side of it. Angle being found to get to what a shot. And this is looking still.
Good
winnable.
Cypher ult. They'll find where
Again,
everyone
it's
is.
safe, passive post-plant positioning. being played.
Is the Astra in the shoot, or is he in halls right now? Looks like he's halls.
They know that they've detected
so
all
many
5.
Yeah.
I mean, Mindfreak
They're
could
gonna
just
breach
be
ult
running at them
from
right
their
now,
eco.
and he is.
It's probably not a terrible
Quite
play,
on it now, the
honestly.
rolling thunder, overlapping all of the abilities, all of the ultimates. The timing being taken. The space gain off of it. PRX never letting their foot off the gas.
The Breeze metagame has never been shifted so far.
No.
A seismic shift.
Breach alt diff.
But PRX are playing this one beautifully.
Not
You
a
can tell
terrible
that
round
this
to breach
isn't
alt
just a
though,
combo
for
that
real.
they've thrown together at the last moment.
Ooh.
Or if it is, they're geniuses. Because they've
Not
got
a bad
great
eco.
understanding of what they want
No, not a
to
bad
do.
eco from
How
FPX.
long
It's a
does
pause.
it take Angel to figure out that they're playing passive?
These rounds are so
post-rounds?
explosive, they're hard to
That's my
follow.
big question.
Yeah. It's just like the
Once
comp they're
Angel
running.
starts to get a read,
Sometimes I feel like some of the
maybe
rounds
this
in
time
Valorant
out
feel like
from
Overwatch,
conferring
where it's
with
just
Duos.
like
Once Angel
so
gets the
many
read that
ults
they're
and
playing these
abilities
passive
go
post-rounds,
on that it's
first
hard to
retakes
understand. Like, and
might
it's
be
like
the
you
order of
don't
the day.
see all the kills either.
The way that PRX
So-
are playing this Euro is so different to
Yeah.
the way that FPX have played it in
If
the
you know what I'm
past.
talking about, if you ever watch Overwatch, where it's like you just wait till you have 6 ults and there's just 7, there's so much going on. It's not like that. It's not to that extent, but some rounds it's very hard to spectate. Sometimes you can't be on a single person's POV or you'll
From
just
what we
miss
saw
where
of
everyone
PRX's
died, right?
A-side hit, I'm not convinced that would work on a rifle v rifle round.
Who
I think
actually
we might
watches
be seeing
Overwatch?
a
Fair
repeat
enough.
here
I'm just
of
saying,
Icebox,
just making the
where they
comparison.
only go A on
Can coaches hear player comms? Yes, but the coach cannot
both teams
calm
have rifles
himself
back in their
other than
hands.
only timeouts or halftime.
Nowhere to be seen.
Either team's timeout, both coaches can talk.
At least giving up early, but time to
Yeah, it's still 10 seconds for them to set up, but certainly having a discussion about their positioning is Swan here. But look at the positioning of PRX. They look like they want to
How would
squeeze the
PRX
thing
defend
fast
this?
straight into B.
what is the play here?
That
they
looks
have
like
the
it's like
Cosmic
a
Divide
kid's
as a
drawing.
kind of quasi-Viper wall that they could use.
Some of the block they angle off. They have to be cautious though. They know the money on.
Can the coach see the enemy's location?
Seen
No.
that operator in buy. Of course, Artis has it, but he's in a completely different location. And now the Cosmic Divide and the fast
Another B
lane.
strat.
Any hopes of holding that angle?
This is the 7th round they're playing. 6 of them have been B, 1 of them have been
Working
A.
his way off to the side.
They just get the
Be able
site
to
for
catch a
free
player
again.
or two.
I don't
Jim
think.
caught by the recon,
I think
big punish.
FPX is terrified
The
of
ult from
playing
Mindfreak
in
find big
sight,
value.
and the
Surely
way.
Surely not Artis.
Dash enabled, flash as well, he connects. Does he want to push through? The answer is no. The Seeker up
Oh,
close.
smart of artists to
Also
wait.
now with the wall denied! Coming through, the dog does so much work, so much damage.
way
with
that
Angel, he secures it.
FPX lost was
The
the other
post-plan
team playing in
positioning is
sight on
so
them,
passive through the choke
and they're just
point.
like not.
They just want to try and buy time.
I guess maybe they
Push the back,
can't.
a bit of
I don't
spam
know.
Artis, an unlucky one. Just his leg being taken out beneath him. A flash to push them back. No one is on this one. In fact,
Oh.
look, still the star in play. A tap a bit of timing now. Alert comes through. Sugetsu, he could be a difference maker. He at least gets 2, but just
No
down
chance.
to Angel. At the time, the pressure
no
is
chance.
far too much.
What do you? I don't even know what you do right now. If you're artists, I feel like I haven't seen artists really do anything for the last like 3 maps, and usually he's like one of their carries.
FPX have put on the board. It's looked like they have no answer. They can't stop the site hits, and they can't win the retakes. But everything has been on B. All right, time to test the theory, Bren. FPX are back onto an eco. Do PRX go A?
Oh yeah.
Certainly looks like it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Answers
it.
there, isn't
Have you
it?
played
I
any of
wonder
the
if
players in
Angel
this
can get a
final?
read on this as well.
I played against Angel in
Positioning well. I
CS
mean, the players are so deep
like
into
years
spawn
ago,
here when the
but
fire comes
that's
through.
it. I haven't played against PRX ever. No, we never
Spike
played
Wall does do a lot to
FPX.
try and slow down the approach. PRX obviously don't want to disrespect this one too much. They could just get
FPX does not look like they know what to do on this map.
destroyed in the blender that is this choke point. In fact, case an example right here. Artis, great opening pick for them, but the wall goes down and now they're starting to slowly accrue a bit of that space. What a shot!
Ooh.
Divide dropped down to 5 health, but not enough.
There's
to
so
steal that
much
kill.
chaos.
These players on site are struggling
So
here.
That's a
aggressive.
little bit of
Say
an
something
overheat.
hit. It's
This
getting mopped
guy's
up.
It's
overheating
getting
too.
so sloppy as well. FPX. Heads being found, guns
Nice
being
try.
gained, and it has to be the pivot.
If they go
Mindfreak with
B,
the spike just booking it over towards the B site. Sugetsu
if they
still
go
has his
B,
cam in this
they will
position. But there's a
beat
Viper's pick
them,
dropped on A. 2 players
but they
still
also have to
staying there.
deal with camera, and they have to deal with
Fly's gonna
trip.
look for a lurk
And the
with
cipher is
5
in
health
nest.
and an
Oh,
Odin.
they killed it. He just killed the camera too. So now they know it's gonna be B.
They really have brought A
But
back
they have a
into the
breach
game.
lurk with an Omen,
I
an
love it.
Odin
Play
here.
this man.
I'm not
I
really
love
sure
this
what
man.
this is. He has 5 health.
You just can't
You
expect.
can't
Looks
prep.
like Shao knows.
Mindfreak's going to start distracting now as he starts tapping the plant. Does this turn eyes? Does this get Divide a free one?
The crowd. That's crowd cheating.
Then the kill is found. Still a 2v3 though.
You could see that Divide only looked because the crowd started cheering.
I love that Mindfreak goes for a pick.
Fours and CD. Thanks, crowd.
Mindfreak, sorry, goes for a peek as he anticipates
It's not called. It's not crowd cheating. It's just crowd abusing. We'll call it.
On his shoulders for just a
Oh,
moment.
he sees a lot.
And now the trap is starting to close. Can Divide provide enough assistance here?
Was one of the players to tap onto the spike as well, swinging
done.
through, but the damage.
Such a
Not
good,
gun, just not quite
such a
good
good like.
5 HP in window though, does not expect this one. Angels worked his way
Oh,
around.
this guy,
But he's
Mindfreak
gonna
wins
find
this.
positioning on the
This is
site.
a win for Mindfreak.
Mindfreak repositions, and the damage, the time, it's already been bled off the clock.
Jeez.
Mindfreak, impeccable rotation.
What is this? What is this guy doing? Is that a Fortnite dance?
These rounds
4v2 with the breach lurk. The crowd with the Divide with the crowd abusing.
Look at the replay here.
Mindfreak just having the perfectly timed and like wide jiggle. Oh, the crowd has turned on FPX.
Lot of cheers.
That's a pause. This is FPX's last pause. Holy sheesh.
Don't you worry. But at the moment,
Do they still hear the crowd? So they don't hear the crowd, but like I said before, they feel the vibration through the desk.
And what is the adjustment?
Like if the crowd is quiet, and then all of a sudden every single person in the crowd is like, "Oh," you know, then you'll feel it. You'll know that there's something happening.
When you can't see all of the information.
This is the last map. Yes, this is the map 5 grand finals. Last map of the day.
Hitting sites based on the economy of their opponents. All of these things would be
Why does Xiao not notice the crowd but Divide does? Because the way that it was, you don't. If you're in Xiao's position and you hear the crowd going wild, why would you think you wouldn't think it's you? Divide literally had his back to a whole entire choke point. So in his head, he's thinking, "Oh gosh, I should look around here. Maybe something's happening. Action is coming." And yeah, just happened just like the circumstance of where both people were. He would have gotten the kill. No, he wouldn't have. He had 5 HP. I mean, maybe he would have, but I don't know.
And so this is the first time that PRX start with
there's no witch hunting to do about it. It's just that is one of the pros / cons of having a crowd is that kind of stuff happens.
And the Cosmic Divide is such a massive tool for either side.
Slow down for about a moment, but eventually
All right,
the pace must
we got
resume.
ults.
And
Got an ult
there's
round.
to get to it to the back of the site, but
Forsaken with the TP, gets the suction, gets team sucked.
Yoru
Yoru just walks inside of the Astra suck there himself.
Utility in his hands, and his hit has gone skew.
It's the first time that FPX have decided to commit fully to it.
Wait, they're actually falling back. Mindfreak actually just walked into A.
And he's managed to find the A site.
A is full free. Do you go aggressive here and go for a kill, or do you just wait? It looks like he's going aggressive. Zipping. Oh, he hears him. He hears him. He hears him. He heard him go nest.
And Mindfreak's aggressive,
30 seconds left.
but tempered. Just hearing Zipan walk his way into halls.
Incredibly cautious.
Door is closed. Okay, that's good. Planting in a good spot. How many stars does Mindfreak have? 3. Suck, stun, and smoke for this. Divide with the breach lurk. Does he kill Xiao here again? Doesn't look like he's getting time. He got timing again. And he just heard him go too.
Down, but Zipan lurks down, and it's up to Divide.
But now the race is on. Divide, the spike down, has to try and get in a position where he can play this post plant.
Nice movement.
And instead of running for the spike, he's going to try and get an angle onto it.
You've got to be joking me. You've got to be kidding me.
No!
Oh,
What the silver movement, man?
Only half onto it. The fault line to try and stun them up, but FPX, it's handed to them on a plate. A bit of an overheat.
I want to see what happened to Mindfreak. How did Mindfreak not get a kill?
Very rare times that PRX is mid-rounding.
He got such a sick timing and alert, and he didn't get a kill off of it.
Because FPX players happened to
Weird.
stumble upon them.
Get into picks.
Do they show it?
All the way through, even when the spike was down. Zipan did
Oh,
not
what a
make any
terrible
noise.
spot.
Contacted down into halls, picked up this kill. Hardest getting the one beforehand. It was all
I didn't know
essential.
that he just sat in that corner the whole time.
And maybe Mindfreak's death could have been avoidable, for sure, if he'd managed to
Yeah,
position
that's
himself
not a good angle.
somewhere where
He's looking at the map. No,
exposed.
that angle,
But
the
okay,
angle Artist
rifle
came
through
peeking
rifle,
at,
and it
Artist
looks like
sees him
PRX
way
started to
before
break
he
the
would
wall.
even see Artist. He probably
Heading
did.
round 10
Probably
for
wasn't
the
even on his
first
screen.
time over towards A in these buy rounds.
Big crash there, back
Oh.
around the side of yellow, but that's going to be the ult popped off almost immediately.
Oh.
Artist though claims a kill. Bit of chaos, a bit of pandemonium
Oh.
approaching now onto the side as kills are just again flowing one side to the next. Seeker's even in play, and the
Nice
angle
shot.
just cannot be found by Zipan.
It's an awesome kill by Mindfreak there. Zipan was posing a major problem for them over at stairs.
You got a 3v3. That was a lot of
But it
ults,
wasn't really a lurk play.
and it's
over
3v3 now.
Mindfreak was required to help the rest of his team.
Artist has jet knives, but
Artist is going to find this one so uncomfortable to have to watch towards switch.
yeah, Artist is worried about both mid door and a main, so he's just gonna push a main. Actually, he shouldn't be worried about mid because
Apply the pressure itself.
the ciphers
They make
push
no
mid.
noise
They can't
in
go
terms of
mid
FPS
door.
to try and at least get a bit of information, and there's the swing into mid.
Oh.
Sugetsu comes out on top though.
Mindfreak doesn't usually
The
whiff those
information play
ones.
once more, finding value for FPX. Benkai just gets the horn back online. Divine trying to see if he can get a targeted fault
Free.
line, but Artist dodged it.
What a shot. Still, the disrespect being shown into the aftershock almost goes down from it, but with the time down to just 20 seconds.
Save the op, I guess.
It looks like it's going to be the save play.
Who's gonna op on his team? I don't know why he's saving an op.
10 seconds, the clock ticking down. No hope for PRX.
Neon op, like we saw Optic do, I guess.
And here come the FPX chants.
He's the one who bought the op.
I knew the fans
Wait,
were in
really?
the building.
The Breach is opping.
They just had no reason to be loud up until this point.
This
Man
guy's just
5,
different, I guess. He
5-5
buys
to
the
score.
Odin and an op. He is a
A
Giga
nice
Chad.
edge that
I don't
separates these
understand
two
it,
teams.
but I guess I don't
A
have to
massive
understand it.
difference in their
That's the
approach
good
to
thing.
this, the decider that puts someone on the throne. But Artist played a masterclass in this round,
And so far,
disrespecting all of the utility to get picks.
30 seconds left.
Steel is opping on Killjoy? Yeah, well, opping on Killjoy isn't bad because you don't have to go in your utility. To op on Breach, firstly, Breach is terrible on this map to begin with. Let's get that straight. Secondly, as Breach, if you're not actually like playing, maybe that's his goal, is to just stun, double flash, and then just op.
Against the eco rounds,
But you need, I feel like the best Breaches are they're in their utility a lot,
as
you
they
know?
take a timeout here,
They're like
I feel
flashing
like
for their
something
teammates,
discussing.
they're offering
There are
stuns.
ways that you could
If you're
make this
opping as
composition work
Breach,
on an A here.
are you going to drop the
Getting an A
line
split where you take
and
hold control,
throw your
you got
util for your
Mindfreak's
team?
utility at the
That
bottom
kind of
of
defeats the
halls.
purpose of
You
an
do a
op.
whole split, you only need bridge smoked off. You're coming from all of the other entrances.
That's my thoughts at least.
You don't necessarily need the Viper Wall.
Breach is the best on
Just to highlight the
Breeze?
stakes once more.
Okay,
In case it
fair
wasn't
enough.
obvious here, map 5 in our grand finals to decide who will take
Can
away
Coach talk to an agent pick?
title.
Yes. Up until the
Last
game
two
starts.
champion.
Until the first round goes live,
We
then
heard it
yes.
from Artist earlier on in the day. He said, we came here as challengers.
Why is there not a lot
We're
of
gonna
KO in the
leave
grand
this kid."
finals?
And that
Uh,
is a bold claim that they've now gotten closer and
I don't know.
closer to fulfilling. But there is a hair's breadth between these two teams.
Of course.
Definitely the two best teams that we have in the tournament.
I don't think KO would be bad
They
either.
both turned
There was a
up
KO
on
on
a dramatic level.
Icebox,
This series, it's anyone's to take.
but I don't think
Both faced
there was no
obstacles
KO
throughout this
on
tournament.
Fracture. There was no KO on
We'll argue
Bind.
that FPX maybe with the harder task in terms of
There was
having
no
to
KO on
battle through the
Haven.
lower bracket, but
So yeah, just
it's
Icebox.
forced them into something else entirely. The teleport into the back, they're ready
There
for
we
it.
go. Now we're
that
stopping the
play
Yori
before.
TPs.
Angels more than ready. And Artist as well returns fire.
There was
the
on
angle
Vine?
locked
There
down
was
with the
there?
operator. The overdrive is denied.
There we go.
Every
Artist is coming
player
up.
toppling.
Wait.
But Jing returns again.
Wait.
Glides to the side.
Oh.
But eventually the shots finding it and shutting him down.
Look how quickly
She was going for
FPX
the
have four players
5
onto the B
fingers
site. Within moments
slap.
of the initial
She
pieces
got
of
2 of
utility
them.
being dropped, FPX are
Nice try.
rotating players there instantly.
Neon ult is trash. It's not the
Choosing-
greatest.
I mean, the read is perfect from FPX, and their adaptation in the half is awesome. Just instantly, off the first piece of utility, stack players.
Yeah, I
on the
don't think
site,
Neon ult's
play
that
to
good.
deny the plant going down. PRX can't play post plants if they never
It's
have a
fun to
plant.
use, but it's like way worse than jet knives and
Got the final round of this first half.
I think it's way worse than chamber ult.
Angle, and why not pop the blade storm off? You feel the pressure being applied.
No, Artis isn't gonna push back through this, right? He heard the TP.
Get through as well, all the way down into Horse. It's going to be a fast lane that Jing's been able to take all this positioning up, and it has injected that chaos into the round, but Zippany just contains it regardless.
If Jing
but Age has the best ult in the game.
Forsaken would have had a free kill, but now he's getting droned out. No way! Spot him!
Running around the side. The decoy in play, Shao still locks that angle. And it's up to Artis. He can feel the approach, the blade storm, the updraft, the heads not being found. But now Hunter's Fury, anything to help him out. It's the 1-4-1.
I think KO ult's really good too. KO, chamber.
Angel spent the entire round inside his Viper's pit, over by
probably this too.
That means he's got a very quick flank here. And for PRX, they've got to force the fight. They know that they're at a player disadvantage. They can't
3v2.
The safe.
Trailblazer misses. The dog is not going to be setting them up, and yep, the safe
we're
option.
whiffing.
Not an option.
That's why you don't use Phantom.
Benga's already flanked around. Benkai's positioning.
3v1.
Removed, taken out.
Oh.
Devi is known. He gets one, but he has a mighty task.
Bet. CT.
1v2. Isolates it. Down to the clutch, but Shao reigns supreme.
You just can't out-clutch Shao.
Almost.
He's been a
nice
monster
try.
this tournament.
Almost through?
He's a great player online, but he's been a superstar here, offline.
Why is Angel peeking? Because Breach knows where he's coming from.
For FPX. What an attempt by Devi.
So I guess his thought is he'll find where the last guy is, and then the two guys can 2v1 him.
Oh, the frustration.
Seeping in.
What did he say? This
when
what?
When it feels like there's a final boss.
This is a PG stream.
Never get through.
We do not swear.
You can realize why
I need y'all to keep your men in check, Riot.
That's going to be the first half here on our final map of the Grand Finals. Desk, take it away. What have you got for us?
Thank you very much, Bren and Sideshow. What a half that was! Probably the most entertaining
Breach had
half
ult
we've seen all day.
He's not going to pull out
Did you
his
guys think we were going
ult
to get a 7-5 when PRX started to push the way they did onto those sides?
I mean, that's just such a ridiculous gamble that I was like...
Do you think teams will consider how to play this game if PRX wins? No.
But we have an even game in our hands. This is ridiculous.
The thing is, no offense to PRX, I think the way they play is not sustainable to be a top team long term. Just because like it's all reliant. I think they will. I think they will and can get better. But I think relying on your full aggression, the problem becomes if you're not on your A game, it's hard to be consistent. It's just hard to be a consistent team if your game plan is based on like individual plays. I'm not trying to say they're bad. I think they're really good at it, and they've looked like probably the best team at this tournament. But yeah, if you're comparing FPX's playstyle to PRX, I personally, and it's again, it's an opinion, I think FPX's playstyle is more consistent, but PRX's playstyle has a very much higher peak. So.
Yeah, I do think that they took way too long to actually realize that there's no sentinel.
That said, I go PBRB.
The flanks were not.
If you disagree, I'm sorry. If you agree, wow, you're smart.
Was able to get some value out of it.
Yeah, and looking ahead onto the next half, Jess, I know you wanted to give us a stat about the pistols.
You know I love to find the stupid little stats in the game, so let me give you something. Throughout this entire series, the team that has won the second pistol, and they have pretty well evened up on the winning of the pistols, but if you win the second pistol, they've won the map so far. That's for every map thus far, so whoever wins the very next round, statistically, if I've got everything here, according to the stats, they should win not just the map, the entire match. So that's what I've found so far. A little bit of a tidbit there.
So the tournament comes down to one pistol round.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, most important pistol round I've been a part of in the audience of. And Bren and Sideshow, let's see who's going to get this important round.
Very important round indeed. This pistol round, deciding a lot, of course, trying to snowball their way into the final half that we're going to see in this
Let it be
series.
known that I still want PRX to win. I want PRX to win this game. Let that be known.
Look like they're trying to take a fight in cave early on. And Jing not going for his fast lane this time. Has a stun in hand with the ghost.
Already the disrespect being shown.
There we go, baby.
Dart removed. He just wants to fight.
He's swinging over again. He's swinging before he's even ready to shoot his second shot with the ghost. And yet he still finds Zipan's head. This guy's got such talent. But FPX are not going to let it rattle him.
No. Gotta stay calm.
Cypher and Viper are both sitting in spawn.
Of course, given to PRX that opening kill.
This is true.
Easily turn it around.
Cypher is Sagetsu is literally just sitting, just AFK on cam, I guess, holding for mid. I feel like certainly you have to get off your cam and start pushing up, because if your teammate's about to go A and you're just okay, he heard me.
Aggressive with his teleports. They need to play spread and play slow to try and figure out what the game plan is. They just have to hope that when they finally
do they clear this? Do they have drone? They don't have drone, but they have dart. Jing has nothing too. Up, they think it might be possible. Wait, he's gonna dart for backside. Off. That's a dart. Backside dart.
How are they still finding these kills?
Oh, he has no TP, so he has to just
stay. Bit of a jiggle there with the movement. Shao eventually gets him.
Mid lurk, guys. Mid lurk.
It was Jing. Managed to open it up.
He's usually so good with the ghost.
PRX.
4v2.
Spike's still going to be stuck down the fault line. Gives him a huge advantage.
Guys, it's a 4v1. Guys, it's a 4v1. Guys, it's a 4v1.
He has to stick it to win this 1v1 and Dubai. All he needs to do is survive. A heroic effort.
Okay, nice.
But at the
Good
end
job.
of the day, it's PRX who win it out.
Good job.
And they take one step closer towards.
Like, I feel like if PRX like tightens up rounds like that, where they're like in literal 4v2s and 5v2s, and they're like turning it to a 1v1.
Still have the confidence to make plays like this.
How did Jing get the kill through the wall?
That would go. That would be big for them.
Duel after duel.
And we are witnessing.
Everyone's butt was clenched in that in those stands.
But it matters most to be able to still make those plays.
He's turning gray. Who, me?
Viper wall that we're seeing here from Angel as they try and take some map control. Recon Dart up at the top of mid 2 as FPX put a premium on owning this area of the map.
Devi forced to overextend just a tad to see if he can get that information. Doesn't want to risk it again, but in the midst of all of this, look at this space that Artis has gained.
Is that what makes them good? The aggro plays? And it makes them very unpredictable.
His positioning is known.
But it also forces them sometimes to overheat. It's like sometimes playing aggressive is really good, and they play good aggressively, but then there needs to be a point in a round where you don't just keep holding W.
Pushing for their info.
And the off angle, well, Angel seems ready for it, wanted to clear it through, a bit of spam into the corner, the right click Shao.
Like there,
The flash.
if Forsaken just plays that like kind of like, I'll use the word normal, he doesn't give away their man up advantage and give them another gun. So now they have a Spectre. He just kind of inted.
It's all about the kills. It's about being able to.
I think his TP was down. I don't think he could have TP'd out, but he could have just like backed up instead of pushing.
That could be a scary prospect.
15 seconds to go into the site. Super good of Jing to actually play passive. Super good to not just swing and die, because then they get the site. He might swing and die later, but at that point they can't win the round, so all good.
Hopefully going to be happy with the damage that he did to their economy.
I think 10s would fit in PRX, maybe, I don't know.
Didn't want to save a Spectre and no armor into the next. That's going to allow him to get Vandal full armor. And they did some serious damage over to the PRX bonus. But now we get this question. Has PRX got something crazy prepped for their defense side? And if so, can they make it work?
I don't really know how you play aggressively on defense of this map.
But they've drawn the final map level.
It's always just like, it's always Forsaken and Jing together every time. All the aggression. Shao is just holding. Oh, they saw him. Oh, that's a good stun. Can they put? Are they actually gonna push their spawn and fight this? Okay. Bro, these guys are actually in the spawn. They're on the beach.
So 4 and 4 right now, and FPX.
They're going for a surf.
To work with. And more of the map to
they're inviting PRX to come surf with them, and they actually are. It's crazy.
Were occasionally trying to get a bit too funky. Somebody else on the other side of the map trying to make a play happen. And Device coming in to try and reinforce this position with Forsaken.
4v4.
The two
4v4
agents over over defending.
This is a pretty good setup, I think, to stop the B exec. Like we on the jet dash, they stun and then flash and then Forsaken peaks.
Maybe even a footstep. And there's the
Stun,
play.
flash.
The miss. Fault line comes through. The damage is certainly done. Divide. Watching the angles. Forsaken are. It's going to get cleaned up.
3v2.
Not able to get too much stuns to get through.
Dude, if Divide lives for literally, if he doesn't peek and just lives, Mindfreak kills Cypher in the back and they win this round. And now there's a high chance they lose this round. It's just like the constant overheating is crazy. It might not matter at the end of the day, but...
Just fantastic.
Ooh.
And they win out the bonus.
Nice try, FPX, but PRX is too good, sorry.
I thought Sagetsu might be able to get the job done there. What a pillar for FPX. But PaperX is so fast on these
definitely
decision-making moments.
Definitely FPX could have won that.
Grabbing a crucial one around the back. But the final moment
Hiko has no faith in PRX. It just hurts my, it hurts me to my core watching a 4v2 get made into a 2v2 because of just not being patient enough to just not wide swing and die.
For the first time in the series,
you know what I'm saying? I'm probably being very critical of PRX. I'm sure a lot of people are like, shut up, Hiko, they're winning. But it's like these rounds could be so much cleaner, so much. But I mean that's why it's fun to watch PRX, because they play like that and they throw away their leads and they still find a way to win, right? I don't get who Hiko's subverting. I want PRX to win, but I just want it to be good. I want it to be good rounds, good Valorant, like high level Valorant.
We've already seen how nasty Sugetsu is with the Guardian.
I don't like that CS players watch this tournament like, just looks, even Twitch viewer like, man, it just looks like a ranked game the way they're playing. I mean, it does, but you know, what can you say?
It's going to allow Benkai to get reinforcements if he's under pressure.
High risk, high reward. All 5 players. And then Mindfreak is somewhere in the back just walking up somewhere looking for a lurk.
Could be brutal, but don't think
good
he's too
TP.
worried about it.
Aww.
Artist round the side though. Bladestorm, that's going to be
oh my god, there's so much he has to kill.
Prowler latches onto him. He's not going to be able to take too much more space off the back of it. Decay as well. Pressure from almost every single avenue.
Benkai needs to live again and not die before his teammates can rotate, but he died. But Jing is too good. 4 people rushing and 1 baiting lurker. Kind of sounds like 100 Thieves, huh? Which do you think I was? I don't know.
In this series so far, and it feels like whenever they need him most, he's able to just pop around a corner and hit a 3K. You see how much chaos PaperX inject into these rounds too. Artist was entering.
The Jet was shooting at his own dart. That's Artist.
Because he's just
I saw that. I thought that was the other team's dart, but they don't have a Soga.
All of the stuff that PaperX throws in. This looks like a bit more of a pacey play from FPX. Looking to perhaps take some early mid control.
I don't think FPX has won a single round in this game.
All the way through.
Or on this half.
2 stars being used to try and block it off, but look at the approach again. This is FPX.
He's so deep.
Artist already going to be gaining all of this space right into the back of the site.
So
how
deep.
do PaperX play the retakes with this composition? They have the dimensional drift to work with.
I don't know if they're going to realize that Artist is already here.
Door opening.
And here's Forsaken looking to gain information. He can ping out positions on the map for this targeted utility.
What a find! A flash to find him, but FPX 2 kills. Looking clean in this post plant. Reaffirming the crossfire setups.
Is this a save? Do you save this round or do you go for it?
Mindfreak dodges the flash actually.
Tries to make a play to spray down. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. Still does the damage, but FPX.
Nice try, nice try.
They win out the round.
Statistically, whoever wins second pistol half wins the map this series. Who won pistol? PRX did, right?
They hit hard.
You jinxed them again?
Rare, fast round coming out from FPX.
I can't believe Artist did all that.
Finding that pick onto Jing neutralizes all of the aggression in the retake.
What if PRX is actually playing a higher level of Valorant you can't understand? I mean, I guess anything's possible, but you know, I don't know. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm not. I don't think I'm always right.
Here comes Jing.
Yeah, speaking of the pace,
what in the set? Did he get stunned?
Right around the side again, and he knows the positioning. He knows close to get to as isolated, but Artis responds in kind.
He is going to send it and going to die, and he's going to make it from a 4v3 into a 3v3. Mark my words.
Trying to run around the map, but a positioning, of course, is going to be known here, but he ends up slowing it
Just
down.
like that.
Great crosshair placement.
You have the advantage. It's a
It's
4v3.
shut down.
It's just,
Artis
come
is
on,
saving the
man.
round for them at this point. Benkai's only got a stinger to work with. Can't even pick anything else up.
No difference maker, hasn't he?
Hiko 4 weird? What?
Now, catching this angle, there's
Like,
the kill.
we're in a very high man-up situation. Your teammates are starting to rotate, you know? And you just run into sight alone and literally int and die, and you lose the round off of
And
it.
he won't be given the choice either way.
Maybe saying it like that is a little mean or rude, but I think you literally, I think y'all saw it.
After the rest
I don't
of
think
his
I'm
team
being,
barreled
I don't think I'm being overcritical.
And you might
Maybe.
have been, fooled into believing that was some kind of
Okay.
crazy push coming out from PRX as Jing.
He had so many options to just run back. He actually had so many options to run away, and he just didn't. He just kept going. Look at this. He's like,
As FPX tied the series up 9-9
nice try,
with an
nice try,
economy
NT.
advantage.
Nice try, nice try.
Moving into the next one as well. It feels like they've got that read.
It's like the biggest way I see PRX lose rounds is they're up in like a 4v2, and then Jing and Forsaken peek and die, and it goes from a 4v2 to a 2v2.
Even when going up against the former champions of Optic, they earn their
Oh,
spot
he could
here,
have doubled
but the
them.
buy
He could have very
fights
easily
back.
doubled them.
The operator that he saved into that round.
That's another hurdle for FPX to overcome. Angel not looking to get
He got 2, so he's allowed to throw.
Sounds
Sounds like typical ranked game to me.
And FPX, whenever these rounds start going badly,
I agree.
they seem to lack the map control to send things back in their favor. FPX have got to be patient here. There's still a minute 10 on the clock. They can group up, start to move over to another area of the map. But if it's Angel that leads the way, there's 2 players ready
If Devi can get one more pick, it'd be huge. I don't think he knows that Angel is deep. They're just holding forever, man.
Just for a bit of information. See if there's any players holding close, and of course there were.
It's all just a fake.
A real hit starts to come down now onto B. A flash over the top for Forsaken.
Are they gonna know he's backside here? He might actually just get a free kill.
Now he's going to try and opt his peak.
Oh, so
To get his
close.
cover and his teammates back.
A fraction
close.
away. A fraction away from being able to deny the plant and buy time for the rest of his team to rotate in, especially with the Rolling Thunder. That could have been everything.
Fight's still being taken though.
Nice.
Mid locked down by Angel, ensuring
Nice
that they can't
kills.
get away with any mischief.
Certainly, you save your op one more time, right? You save it for next round. You don't.
Up against
Yeah.
this one with the crossfire.
You don't int here. It's 2v3.
FPX more than favored.
Yeah, he's already going back.
Devi's just going to have to try and save this operator once again. And like we expected, FPX are going to try and take the lead here and hold on to it.
That's a big kill.
Benkai making it a little more dangerous, a little more expensive. But at the end of the day,
Good for him to die there so he
FPX
gets money.
taking the lead. The first team
Devi
to get to
saves
double
his op.
digits in map
Is this
5.
pause this round?
How close are these teams, man?
They just saved.
They started
I don't know how many
3
more pauses they have
players
left.
away
Yeah, it's a
from
pause.
even being able to attend Reykjavik. They're now 3 rounds away
No
from
pauses?
winning in
No,
Copenhagen.
this would be the pause. If you have a pause, this is the round you pause for sure.
PRX forced to take a timeout as they adjust to what
They
FPX
just
is
saved a
throwing
breach
at
off,
You can feel it,
a
Josh.
breach or an op
Momentum
on
of this
breach
map
2 rounds in a
backwards and
row.
forwards.
So this is like the
Trading
round
hands.
you've been saving for. This is the round you need to win, or you are in bad
Question
shape.
for them now to see how they can deal with this. FPX's adjustments, the adaptations they've made, they've just been elite all series long,
So
all tournament long.
we'll see what they come up with
certainly have.
during this pause.
FPX have done such an incredible job so far, and this one round could tip the entire balance in their
This
favor.
is true.
PRX
This is
on
PRX
the
is
verge
the big round here. What do you do
of
if you're
being broken
PRX?
once more.
Do you say Jing, go kill,
15 seconds left in
Forsaken,
their time.
follow up
Were
Jing,
with Alex.
or do you say
and
let's
find
try to
out
play
what the game plan
passive?
should be.
I don't know.
PRX must win this round.
How exhausted would you be when you're this deep into BO5? They've been playing for 5 hours already,
So
right?
important.
I've been streaming for 5 hours, so I assume it's probably been 5 hours they've been playing around there. You're tired.
Bit of fun. Their goal has
You
always
are
been a
tired.
distant future for champions. It's given them that edge, that bit of whimsy that they needed to often just better themselves.
Especially the way these matches are going and like the emotional up and downs.
But when you're one map away, when you're 4 rounds away.
As a spectator, I'm exhausted trying to figure out what's going on. Imagine as a player in the game.
FPX again moving the tempo up, and you just don't
expect this. It was PRX had the wrong read.
You will not get to execute your plan.
There's a Cypher in their spawn though.
Sure that they watch for a lot of these common angles. The spike is going to be planted. It's
certainly Yoru doesn't TP. If he TPs behind him right now, he actually kills him for free because he's on his camera. Random Sova ult? Why? Why are we Sova ulting right now? You got a kill off of it. Was somebody tagged? I didn't see.
Forsaken, he is into the back of their spawn. The positioning is just so far away. And FPX, what a critical round to just slowly obtain this lead. Forsaken, what can you even do in this situation?
Lol.
Trying to get the punish onto Angel, but at this point the round's already lost.
It's done.
Nice shirt, Hiko. FPX is winning though. You don't even know what shirt I'm wearing. It's actually a LA theme shirt.
FPX are one step closer.
And Josh, you mentioned it. FPX were denied the chance to attend Reykjavik. They were watching from the sidelines despite them being...
You jinx it? I just don't know why. Look, you just saved your breach op for 2 straight rounds, and your breach plays A. Your breach plays the same spot that your Neon and your Yoru are peaking. It doesn't really make sense to me. But it also doesn't make sense to me to have breach op in the first place, so...
Finally looking for that place to be seated on the throne.
They played 4A again.
Artist is in.
Mindfreak just trying to work his way around the corner, but he spotted out. He saw to see if he can find the timing. The trade
this might be a GG in the chat.
Extremities of the map, the shot's still being fouled.
Wait.
Benkai. What a pick.
Wait. Pause. It's not over yet. Wait. 3v3 retake.
PRX investing into this one. They know how important it is.
The breach ult doesn't hit the Sova. Wait.
What a timing. Moves to the cyber zip and again.
Okay, GG in the chat.
Around.
It's over. FPX win this 100%.
Half onto the fuse. They're sticking it all away. Benkai, you're an absolute menace.
Told you.
But he's shut down, still down to the 1v1 to buy. Zipan forced to offload the Seekers, and he will not get it off.
Let's try.
What an enormous play to take FPX.
It's over. Put them out of their misery.
Match point.
I want to. Wasn't.
Point.
I think PRX won. I don't know.
And just
PRX won pistol. I think.
Phenomenal plays by Zipan. The rotations, the dodging, the juking, the weaving, moving around. He's earned his team.
I don't know, man.
Final stepping stone.
Another map where these PRX's aggression is just not working.
Have been excellently coordinated, and it feels like they're not afraid at all to mix up the tempo. They can feel the games within their
maybe I've spoken too soon.
FPX's fate in their own hands here.
Throwing forwards. Good info, but they're going to be tagged up now. And look at this horse control. Artist has already made the moves. Up into it, the horn spots him out.
That's a big kill.
That's a crossfire setup. From the side on the wall, Artist really nowhere to run, but it's an instantaneous pivot once.
12 is all they get? Maybe.
Mindfreak and Divide, ready to collect this with a seize, a fault line.
They have to shut this down. They have to find value. The Paulie hears it with the footsteps. An opening kill going their way once more.
FPX.
There's the pull. There's the fault line. PRX holding on.
But Chow.
Wait.
1 step
3v4.
closer, Josh, 1 step closer.
We don't end here, PRX. Do not do it. Do not fight alone.
But still Forsaken, performing under the pressure to get to aim.
Do not fight alone.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Or we all just fight alone. Why?
4 kills for the final.
Ah, Sagetsu, what a round to close it out. What a sick round.
And
the 1v4.
An insane lower bracket run that began when he was allowed to play. The rest of the team did their job getting this man onto the stage.
Wow.
Into the playoffs. And Sugetsu
The storyline is so good.
the killing blow.
It's so good because Sugetsu's the guy who couldn't play for half the tournament. So him getting the final 4K of the best of 5 on the 5th map.
You can feel it.
Yummy, scrumptious.
Incredible scenes. In FPX, a team